You may or may not be aware that from 2023, Ducati are taking over from Energica as the motorbike supplier to the all-electric one-make MotoE race series, or the MotoE World Cup to give it its official title. The all-electric championship is run at selected MotoGP events, having its inaugural season in 2019, and Energica's Ego Corse has been the electric motorbike of choice since then. From next year though, Ducati will supply their newly developed V21L electric race bike for the riders to battle it out on. So how do Energica's Ego Corse and Ducati's V21L compare? In this video, we'll take a look. Hello and welcome to Moto Chatter, let's dive into the details. Both the Ducati and the Energica are high-performance electric bikes. Energica specialise in making electric motorbikes and have been developing the Ego for around a decade, with the last 4 years on the racetrack in the MotoE Championship. Ducati have never made an electric motorbike before, but they do have the resources of Volkswagen, Audi and Porsche behind them, all of which have a great deal of experience with electric powertrains and some of the leading electric cars on the market. However, it is the older Energica that beats the sleek new Ducati in power and torque. The Ego Corse has a 120 kW or 160 horsepower motor to the Ducati's 110 kW or around 148 horsepower. Ducati caught 140 Nm or 103 pound-foot of torque for the V21L, but the Energica is kicking out 250 Nm, that's around 158 pound-foot. But even though the Energica has more power and significantly more torque, the Ducati is faster with a top speed of 275 km an hour to the Energica's 270. Why is a matter of weight. The Ego Corse has a steel trellis frame with the battery housing held inside it. The Ducati V21L has a carbon fibre battery casing which forms a stress member of the chassis, as the engine does on a Panigale. An aluminium monocoque and aluminium swing arm bolt directly onto the casing, and the subframe is also carbon fibre. The Ego Corse also has an aluminium swing arm, but there's no getting away from it. It is significantly heavier at 258 kilos, around 568 pounds. That's a full 33 kilos, or around 73 pounds heavier than the Ducati, which weighs in at a much more svelte 225 kilos, or just under 500 pounds. Almost half that weight is the battery itself, but the lighter weight will no doubt make the Ducati more nimble through the bends too. Both bikes have top-spec Brembo brakes and all-in suspension as you would expect, as well as forged aluminium wheels. And Ducati say that the geometry on the V21L is very close to the Desmosedici MotoGP race bike. Ducati have made clear their intention to be ready to make an electric motorbike for the road when battery and charging technology has improved further, and they're using the MotoE World Cup to test the reliability of the powertrains and get feedback from the 18 riders who will contest the championship. This will surely prove invaluable in tuning and perfecting an electric Ducati sports bike for the road. As yet though, the V21L is purely a race machine. The Energica Ego on the other hand is available for the road in 3 different trim levels: Ego, Ego Plus and RS. Plus you can buy a track pack if you want a tried and tested track-only electric race bike. There are 3 colour options for the Ego: RS, Sport Black with race decals and this striking tricolore scheme. All the models come standard with Marzocchi suspension, but you can upgrade to all-in suspension if you wish. The base Ego has a range of just 200 km, which is around 124 miles, but the top 2 trim levels are quoted with a range of 420 km, that's around 260 miles, with the RS capable of 0 to 100 km an hour, around 60 miles per hour, in just 2.6 seconds, and it has the same 250 Nm of torque as the race bike. Prices start for the base model at €23,793 and go up sharply from there, with a non-optioned RS starting at €32,416. When exactly we will see a road-going Ducati competitor, time will tell, but you can be sure that it is on the way. It is a shame that the Energica and the Ducati won't race together on track. With the extra grunt of the Ego against the more nimble cutting-edge chassis and lightweight of the V21L, it would certainly have made MotoE more interesting. We will have to check lap times next year to see who would have won that battle, but I have a feeling that Ducati supplying the bikes for the championship next year, and with all their race heritage and reputation for innovation on the racetrack, there might well be an increased interest in the MotoE World Cup for next season. Let me know in the comments if you'll be watching and which of these Italian electric exotica you prefer. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please do like and subscribe for more. You can click the links on screen for more now, but whatever you do, have a great day and thanks for watching.